Once upon a time, in a quiet old village, surrounded by dusty roads and simple mud houses, there lived a selfish man. He liked everything to belong only to him. His food, his belongings, and most of all, his gold coins. He never shared with anyone, not with his neighbors, not with the poor, and not even with his own family. While the villagers lived simple but honest lives, the man spent his days counting his treasure again and again, afraid that someone might take even a single coin from him. Every evening, as the warm sunlight entered through the small window of his house, it shone brightly on his pile of gold coins. He would hold them tightly in his hands, his eyes filled with greed and suspicion. Happiness never truly visited his home, because a heart full of greed leaves little room for peace. One morning, something unexpected happened. When he opened his wooden box to count his gold coins, his face suddenly turned pale. 30 gold coins were missing. He searched everywhere, under the table, behind the wooden door, beneath the old rug. Dust filled the air as he moved nervously around the room. His heart began to race. How could this happen? He muttered to himself. Filled with worry and anger, he rushed to the house of his friend, a kind and honest man who lived nearby. "I have lost my gold coins," he cried loudly. His friend listened calmly, offering him a seat and a cup of water. "Do not worry," the friend said gently. "Let us think carefully." At that same moment, the friend's young daughter was returning home from an errand. As she walked along the dusty village path, something shiny caught her attention. She stopped. There, lying on the ground, were 30 bright gold coins. Her eyes widened with surprise. Carefully, she picked them up and held them in her small hands. She could feel how valuable they were, but instead of hiding them, she hurried home to tell her father. "Father," she said honestly, "I found these coins on the road." The father looked at them closely and immediately understood. "These must belong to our friend," he said, and without hesitation, he sent for the selfish man. When the man arrived, the girl gently handed him the coins. For a brief moment, he felt relief. But as he counted them slowly, his expression changed. "There are only 30 coins here," he shouted angrily. "I lost 40. Your daughter must have taken the other 10. The girl's face turned pale with shock. Her eyes filled with tears. Her father stood beside her, calm but firm. "My daughter is honest," he said quietly. "She would never steal." But the selfish man refused to listen. Blinded by greed, he left angrily and went straight to the village court. The wise judge listened carefully to both sides. The courtroom was silent. Villagers gathered around, curious to hear the truth. The judge first asked the girl, "How many coins did you find?" 30, she answered honestly. Then he turned to the selfish man. "How many coins did you lose?" 40, the man replied confidently. The judge paused for a moment. Then he spoke wisely. "If this girl found 30 coins and you claim to have lost 40, then these 30 coins cannot belong to you." He continued, "The coins will remain with the girl. If someone comes looking for 30 coins, we will return them." The selfish man stood speechless. He realized his mistake. His greed had trapped him. Finally, lowering his head in shame, he confessed, "I lied. I only lost 30 coins." But the judge did not change his decision. The lesson had already been given. Outside the court, as the sun began to set over the quiet village, the selfish man stood alone. For the first time, he understood that dishonesty brings loss, not gain. And so, the villagers remembered that day as a reminder that honesty always protects the innocent and greed always leads to regret. The moral of the story is simple. Dishonesty never pays. Honesty is always the right path.